All right. We're live. Great. We don't know. We don't know how long I'm going to be just hanging out here. So on Skype, I wanted to check out Google Meets, Google Hangouts. There's Google Hangouts, and then that's for consumers, which just for the most part just seems like it seems a lot different than what it used to be. I don't know if anybody out there can confirm this. I have some older videos on my page where I was using some form of Google Hangouts where I felt like I didn't have to sign up for something because they have another option called Google Hangout Meets, but this is something where you have to get an account, a G Suite account. Basically, you're paying money, and it looks like it kind of signs you up for your own .com too, which is nice with an email. So that's a way you can get a website going, and you can do, it looks like Skype style type calls, like with Skype, with a lot of different people. You get 14 days for free, and then I don't want to pay for that. It's just another reason why I keep kind of coming back to Skype and thinking for the most part, and unless unless you can pay, you have to pay for Teams. I guess you have to pay for anything else, really, right? You have to pay for Teams. You don't have to pay for Zoom. Wait, do you have to pay for Zoom? Actually, I don't know. I'm going to do some research before. Actually, no, I think there's different levels to Zoom. I think there might be free options with like limited time, but it does seem like everything you need to pay for unless you get a link. I think for anything though, if you're just trying to have, like for us, we're doing a show and we're using Skype for Inside Indiana Business, and we're using Microsoft Teams for IWIR today, which it might lead to just using Teams because since we're already paying for Teams and all we're doing is copying a Meet Now link, which you can do in Teams and Skype. So I'm sure a lot of people out there would be like, yeah, why aren't you just using Teams? Well, you know what? We're thinking about it, okay? And we're going to use Zoom too because we need more stability with more people, which Teams would probably work just fine, but we're also getting a license for Zoom. So we have Zoom, Skype, and Teams. I checked out Meet. It would be another option to pay for. But I also wanted to make this video, even though I'm not really talking about Skype, I am kind of talking about Skype because it does kind of come back to Skype as the default at least of what I'm using mainly on Thursdays for Inside Indiana Business, where we have multiple segments with Skype callers. Sometimes we have one Skype caller, two. You know, we're trying to make four. We're trying to make it so that we can have four. So with us, this will be a total of 5 lines. Because if you want 4 people to come in with the full boxes, 4 boxes, and then technically the host of a show, the Skype computer in the studio is tied for them. It's actually the Skype computer in the studio is tied to one of the in-studio cameras. Fancifully, I'm not responsible for that. That is through the magic of the engineering. Steve engineers all that here, and I'm just trying to figure out the best ways to kind of put things into a schedule. You know, make the emails to send to clients, check all troubleshooting. One thing that I do during the shows when we can't hear somebody or they can't hear us is I come into this room and I join the same call and I use myself as a test. Joey Skype test. Joe Skype. So that's something I do. So anybody who might be on a show and they're using Skype or something, figure out what device you're going to use and find somebody else and just kind of test. I do Zoom calls with I use Zoom, but it's usually someone else setting up the meeting and giving me the ID, so I haven't set that up. I'm only on the end of setting up Skype calls and also Microsoft Teams, but that is something that you have to pay for. That's why I keep coming back to Skype. Skype seems to be, at least for the consumer side. And coming back to Google Hangouts, I'm going to look at Google Hangouts more. There is the consumer Google Hangouts, not Google Hangouts Meet, which I'm just going to refer to as Google Meet, so it's easier. But Google Hangouts is free, and I'm pretty sure it used to have features where I could show what I was doing on my computer. I was actually going to test that right now. Here's live chat. Toggle time. What the heck does that mean? Toggle time something. Participants pop out chat. Okay. Oh, I see. Now the chat's over here. Imagine if people actually started chatting with me and stuff. Like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you wearing your mask? Restore chat. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I used to be able to come over here and, okay, expand menus. Well, I can't do anything. I can't click on anything other than, I can't even click on stream. But it used to be something basically like this, where I'm live. And I had these other options where I could, show you, I could share my screen, share what's on my, and not to share, because right now on my screen is my face, what I'm seeing here from my camera. But it did give you the option to kind of take that off for a second and use your screen, but the option doesn't seem to be here for this. Expand menu, don't expand menu. So I'll go back to Google Hangouts and try that. It's obviously not this. This is just going live through YouTube, which works really well. I think, kind of. I did a test earlier with the guitar and singing. We'll see how that is, because that might be some therapy for me. During this, we're living during the pandemic. It's not post-pandemic times yet, but we know it's going to be different post-pandemic times. Not to be worried. Just wear your mask. Don't touch your face. If you're going to go get together in groups, just be careful. Be safe. So everybody knows what's going on. Everybody sees the numbers. So be safe. All right. Skype. Get hype. So we're doing Microsoft Teams today, which is basically, I know it's not Skype Pro, but it's kind of Skype Pro. There's Skype for Business and Microsoft Teams. I don't know the difference. I got to figure this stuff out. I need to figure out. I started to think I needed to figure out a long list of what devices actually are Skype friendly or not. It seems for the most part, if you have a computer and you are going off, if it's browser friendly, get Chrome. If it's app friendly, like a phone, just get the app. You can get the Microsoft Teams app. Like today, someone's going to be using an iPad from home. They have the Microsoft Teams app. All they're going to go to is their email and click on the link that we're going to give them. But the app still needs to be there because we couldn't get it to work with even the Chrome browser on the app. So if it's a tablet, even if it's trying to look like the Chromebooks are more tablety, get the app. I'm actually going to be doing that. I'm going to be putting the Skype app on an HP Chromebook soon, and I need to basically, what's up, dude? Hey, what's happening? It's Jeff Hinton, everybody. Check out his page. Oh my gosh, I got to get some photos sent. I'm Skyping it up, man, just talking about Skype, getting hype, also talking a little bit about, just mentioning we're going to be living in a post-pandemic world here, but the good news is once there's a vaccine, it's going to be a lot more normal like it used to be. But so just trying to get everybody, whether it's Skype, Zoom, start playing with this stuff because we're going to use this stuff, especially for business purposes, especially. Another idea I had, if restaurants can't start having people come in to eat right away, they need to expand their kitchens. Just take all that space, more kitchens, more cooks, just get more food out, more DoorDash. It can be chaotic. There's got to be a system. What an excuse to help pay people to be in the parking lots to help navigate stuff. It's doable. It's just kind of like we're kind of a little bit in a state of like, what are we going to do? It's kind of like with Skype. What are we doing? Why is it not working? Is the Ethernet plugged in? If you're using a computer and you have Ethernet, I give you 2 extremely enthusiastic thumbs up. I say go. I say you get that Ethernet plugged in if you can. We kind of, for a little bit, we're like, if you got a wireless router, you got a good wireless router, a strong one. If you have an Apple product, Apple products seem to be working great. But the president of IU was direct Ethernet lined in yesterday. He even chose the blurry background in Skype, which is great. It makes it look like you have a totally different lens on your webcam. It's just great. I don't know, somehow the software chroma keys for you and blurs the background out. You do have to have, I guess some devices won't let you do that. And I've got some older laptops I'm going to start testing. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to turn into a freaking banana eating. I should have some bananas eaten right now. I've been eating too many fruit treats. I just should eat bananas. It's called digital bananas. What's my problem? Can't even commit to the storyline. So any devices you're having trouble with Chrome, got to allow access to the camera and microphone. Windows will pop up. There's icons, camera icons. I can even see a camera icon up in my upper right corner of my browser, and I wish that I could figure out how I could flip my screen. What's that going to do? I'm live streaming now. This tab is using your camera or microphone. This tab. Oh, this tab. This tab. Okay. That's another thing I didn't even think about. If I had multiple tabs open, I could be in the, excuse me, my goodness, rude. I could just, I should type, yo, bananas in the house. Jeff's basically making sure this place doesn't fall apart. I guess we all are. We're all working together. So in this tab, it's indicating up here, when I say tab, like if you add a new tab, you could put in a new website. I wish I could screen share this thing. You know what I'll do at some point? I will get a camera hooked up that I could just cut to, and then I could just turn that thing around, cut to the camera, use the camera, and then flip it around and show you what I'm doing. I used to be able, I'm going to go check out Google Hangouts. I'm going to check that out. If anybody's got advice, por favor, please. But yeah, any Chrome browser is the best browser. Part of it is just this hunt. When you, it doesn't, if you get your connection fine, if you have a window where you can turn your camera and microphone on and off, make sure they're on before you start if you join. If you can't, once you join, just figure out how you turn those on and off, both your camera and microphone. I'm thinking mainly Skype because of our Thursday show, but yeah, just to get used to this though. I mean, we all got to get used to figuring out, like, if it's like, oh, I can't hear you, like, oh, where's my mute button? Like down here, I've got a microphone that if I click, again, I have access. And I also have an icon up here. I can block camera and microphone from here. So usually it's within your browser. I'm using Chrome right now. I'm using Chrome. Chrome is very friendly, it seems, for this stuff. So anywho, happy. I mean, yeah, we'll go back to normal, once the vaccine. But for now, let's all get used to this. I mean, it's a way that people can, I get it, not everybody has access to the internet. That has to change. But for those that do, and you're looking for just kind of where, I mean, we were already online, and my goodness, our forums are just filled with all kinds of different comments and things, and but now we're really, and trust me, all the nerds were already doing this with their video games. Jeff, I have been using my iPad for teen and also Zoom. It's been working out pretty well. Sweet. I can definitely, oh yeah, if anybody's out there and they're like, I don't know what to get, and you do have a budget for an iPad, I mean, get an iPad. I mean, there's some truth in that the phones and the tablets have better cameras than computers and desktop. It also depends on what desktop you have. But I have an iMac right here, desktop. But I would guarantee you that the camera on this iMac is not as good as an iPhone. And that's why the iPhones are so expensive. But It also depends on how expensive of a tablet or what you get. But usually with Mac products, you're getting pretty decent for the most part. But I would say that iPhones are definitely have great cameras. Oh, there's a thing I found on Amazon. Oh, buddies, let me find it right now. I guess I could just new tab. Am I still on? I'm on a new tab right now. Let me know if I'm still on. If I could screen share, that would be awesome. I used to be able to do that on these live things, but I'm going to go to Amazon. If you have an iPhone, if you have a smartphone, which I'm not even going to lie, I would argue the smartphones have better cameras than the tablets. Maybe it depends on how expensive the tablet. Maybe they're similar, because when my son is using his iPad, it is a bigger screen, so you can see the noise more. If it's a smaller screen like our phone, it's not as easy to see the noise, the graininess. So sweet. Okay, I was still okay. So I can hop over to Amazon. Okay, now I'm not saying. I will say this: if you can find anything to buy locally, buy locally. But obviously, Amazon's kind of like they've had a hold on. You know how Walmart used to come in and take businesses out just from like setting up shop. Now Amazon's like done that digitally. So I'm only going to Amazon here to find the product, but you don't have to get this one particularly. But I looked up smartphone stand. Oh, they have smartphone tripod, but I looked up stand. They got all kinds of stuff now. Definitely find what would work best for you. But what I thought was really cool is I saw, oh, this is funny. God, I wish I could screen share. There's one that looks like this figure giving 2 thumbs up, and you use the where the thumbs are to hold the phone. It's called a Honsky, HONSKY thumbs up cell phone stand. That's fun. I just thought that was funny though. Okay, here we go. Now I'm looking at portable. Ooh, this is a bestseller. It has $30. And see, you got to look around too, because you'll find ones that look exactly the same, and they're just priced a little better somewhere else. Okay, here's a selfie stick one that looks just like. Oh, I see. That one has a wireless device that you could use if you needed to, which you probably don't. I'm gonna click on this $26 one. This is a selfie stick and tripod. Fugetech, F-U-J, get my letters here straight, Fugetech. It's portable, it's aluminum. It basically it has the tripod legs, and it's adjustable height, and you stick your cell phone in it. It looks like you can tilt it too. So basically you can put it where you want. You can sit where you want. It gets pretty tall too, so maybe if you have to stand. 51 inches. Oh, do my math. 3 feet, 4 feet 3 inches. So 4 feet. So oh my God, I'm 6 feet. So maybe not the best for standing, depending on your height. But you could sit down. You have a chair, a portable chair, and one of these things with your phone. It'll work. And also, I would suggest with the phone, the earbuds. And obviously, with newer phones, you got a better camera, but you're going to have to go wireless. That's fine. Wireless works. I've got wireless earbuds. Actually, I got them right here. Mama. I like these because they're connected. Got all kinds of cables there. They got these because they're connected, but you know what? This can actually get. For when I was working out playing basketball, it can actually get annoying because this part can stick when it gets sweaty. It can actually stick to your neck and get kind of annoying. So if you're able to use the separate buds, that's fine. But there's a lot of these out there where you click and hold the button to access the wireless. And if you hold it in your ear, it'll tell you power on, power off. So you can listen for that. Click and hold. And then when it's on, it'll be searching, and basically you just have to get it paired up with your phone. And if you can plug in wired ones, great. Selfie stick and tripod, Fugetech, Fugetech. I should probably come back to the actual My face was probably all up in here. Sorry. So there is all that. So, but there's so many solutions. Like I am going to figure out how to do live stream and get back to where I was able to, because the Google Hangouts looks like, I guess it's similar with Skype. Like you're even though Skype has a Meet Now feature, you're still kind of calling each other. You're still joining a conversation to be on a virtual video call. It seems like what Google Hangouts is as well. But I want to be able to go live for, well, I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to go check out Google Hangouts. I don't know what I'm just going to go back and talk about. So they have all kinds of stands that you can have on a desk. I like the idea of getting it, like this Fujitech, though you can adjust the height. That's really, because you could technically put that on a table too. That Fujitech I was just talking about. But they have all kinds of stuff. Check out to see what works. Amazon's great for returns. Because if you know, like for instance, if you're like, look, I'm only going to do it from this spot right here at my desk or something like that. You're like, I'm going to do it at my desk. I want to use my phone. They've got the ones you can just clip on the desk. It's got like a little gooseneck thing. Clip the phone in there. You could do that. You can do that. Oh my God, you could tell my face. I'm just like, you could do that. I just really could preach all day about the versatility of being able to take the phone where you need to because of your signal, maybe. Okay, buddy, I have to get to. Thanks, hey, Jeff Hint, ladies and gentlemen, on the chat. Thank you, sir. Always appreciate it. I need to send him some photos. He knows that. He knows I suck at this. 21 minutes. I could talk forever. My goodness. All right, so that's good for right now. You stay safe too, sir. Everyone stay safe. I'm gonna go check out Google Hangouts. I'll talk to you guys soon. So Fujitech, Fugee, Teke, I believe. But there's a lot of options, which is great. We need to buy all these options and support these businesses. That's one of the problems we have right now. We can keep the economy going. Part of our economy is just been hell bent on relying on going out physically to do work, and we still need that, but we can I don't know. We're working through it. It's a process, transition. All right, guys, I'm gonna go check out Google Hangouts. Talk to you soon.